Today we're adding RFID to my car. I'm gonna put the reader right down in here. I pull the mirror off. See, there's a lot of room. So it's a nice spot right back in there. I'm gonna put the antenna, and then the wires up and in and through, and then allow me to open the door with one of these tags or one of my implants. So I gotta take the mirror off. Let's pop this little cover off. So I'll come right out here with my wires. Enough room in there. I could reuse some of those even. I don't have any of those kind of pins though. That'd have been real nice. Take these bolts off. I'm gonna put the controller somewhere down in here. And I'm gonna either wire into this plug here if I can find power, or we're gonna run power, controller and everything maybe back into here. A screw in here, a screw down there, and just an abundance of reefing, pulling, popping all these crackles. With the panel off, I'm hoping I can go through here and probe and find something that's got 12 volts in it, because it'll be easy enough to take the plug that goes to the door lock, which I believe is that one, and probe it out to find which one shorts the contact for locking. And I can just tie into that. That's easy. But it's getting the 12 volts because I can't find anything here. I'm gonna have to route a new wire back into behind the fuse box. I looked it up. Behind there, some of these have some of these wires here have what I need for locking and unlocking. Oh, I wonder what that big on-off switch does. Everything in me wants to push it right now. I don't know if that's like the Earth's rotation or something. I don't know. Probably look that up before I press it. That top pink and yellow one doesn't look pink. Either way, those ones both give out 10 volts, which is interesting. I did check the car battery. Car is at 12. I think 10 will be fine for what I need. So I'm gonna see where those two go and what they're used for in the switch itself. And then black is ground here. That's pretty much expected. I'm gonna see where those go and then see what we can do from there. I don't think those two leads are gonna work because they're actually labeled DL and DUL, which goes up to the lock-unlock switch, which would be fine other than the common terminal on those that it shorts those 10 volts to is ground, which is labeled E on this switch. So I think I might be running a wire because I'm clearly going to have to short DL with E to lock the door, I think. I'm going to go try that now. Okay, so with abundance amount of effort, I managed to get a little snake through this rubber gasket that's not used for anything. So I'm going to pull a hole in that and run my 12 volt wire from there into the bottom of this gasket. And then, scare the crap out of me. Oh, I think the alarm's going off. That was my door thing. Okay. I had it on here to make the door close when I was pinning up the wires. Anyways, snake through there, out there, and then I've got 12 volts out here. We know we've already got ground from the black wire, and we know we short the black wire to pink, I think, to lock the door. And then that's problem solved. So I had to take most of this stuff off and get way up in there. There's the other end of my snake. I unplugged all these thinking I needed to remove this, but I don't need to remove that. Alright, so now push the wire. Probably get another snake and push it in through here and pull it through here and pull it all the way through, because that, as you saw, that other end of that has a bit of a delay loop on it. And then one of these wires will be hot. One of those ones will for sure, but this part I've done before many times, sadly. Alright, got the line all snaked through. Just gotta put that grommet back on. And on this side too. So get that figured out where 12 volts are, and then we can actually start doing what I came out here to do. Alright, got my 12 volts line locked into that. Not entirely sure what that is, but it read 12 volts. Hooked in. Black just fell out, of course. Plug black in. This is just a test. We got power and readability. So now I just tie in the NO and common into pink, and then we should be good to go. Got it all wired in here and it works, except for when the door's closed. So we got it closed and locked. This doesn't work, and then it loses power. You can see that light's not on anymore. So this is no good wherever I'm tied in there. And okay, so we got some figured out with it locked, the door shut, locked from the key or the remote. Unlock stops working altogether, so I won't be able to use that one, but I should be able to use the key. Yeah, that worked. So I just gotta figure out which wire here is that. Figure it out. Okay, once again, ton of work. But going through this, which is the stuff that goes to the solenoid or whatever, car, blah blah, I found that doors locked, black to brown, shorted, unlocks. And once it's unlocked, interestingly enough, it stays. So that shall do it. I'll tie in there instead, and then figure out my other 12 volts thing, which won't be too bad. You know, when you're working on this kind of stuff, like especially electrical, and then all of a sudden you smell fire? Yeah, that's like the worst thing in the world. I hate when that happens. It just happened. But it turns out that there's actually someone having a fire, which was to my relief because I was worried. But on the good side, I got some of this wire tidied up. Got to do a little more. Just tuck the electronics back in there. I think it should be fine. I'm going to douse it with some WD-40 just to water protect it a little bit. But door locked, unlocked. And it'll unlock as much, but doesn't actually trigger the actuator because I guess, you know, smart and whatnot. But I just got to lengthen the antenna wire, route it up with these, put another plug on it up here, and then actually mount the antenna in the light, or the mirror on the light, which was really what I came out here to start doing. Up here, I pull the motor out for adjusting the mirror. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put this right about in here. Right about in there. I think it'll tuck up in there. Right between those. I'm just gonna Dremel out this section and see if I can get to fit. Like it's supposed to be there. Hyundai, why don't you come with these from the factory? Maybe one day. Just ahead of my time, I guess. I'm gonna hold that in there with some silicone after I clean it real good. An hour of messing around. I got the snake through there. Gonna run the wire and glue the sensor in. Probably let it dry overnight, put it back in. I tacked it down with some hot glue, just a couple dabs in the corners, and then filled the whole thing with silicone, and just to help with the vibrations and whatnot. I think it should work good. Get the wire all fished through and out. Let that dry. All right, here goes major test. Lock the door. Door locked. All doors are locked. Handles locked. Unlocked. Super cool. So excited. Okay, so at the end of last night, I had this all done, tidied up, plugged in, hooked up, whatever. And I tried it, and the alarm went off. So I did a lot of research through the night, and then came back out here this morning, where it's raining, so I was trying to get this all done yesterday. And I've figured out that not only does brown need to connect to ground, which is the black wire. Oops, blocking all that. Let me try that again. Not only does brown need to connect to the black wire to unlock the door. Black wire, I'm pretty sure, is just ground. I've tried connecting these just straight to ground, and it does the same thing. So I'm pretty sure black is just ground. But orange also needs to connect to ground. Try it again. But orange also needs to connect to ground to disable the alarm. Or to disarm the alarm, not actually disable, but disarm. So I need to replace, because I don't think that I can just connect orange and brown together. I think that'd probably be bad. I need to replace the relay in my board here with a double pole. That way I can short brown to black, and then at the same time orange, which is back there somewhere, orange to black. So I'm gonna pull this board back off and replace that with a double throw relay, which I do have inside, and be a little more bulky and sitting over here or whatever, but there's lots of room in there. And then that should sort it out. I can try testing some more. Okay, so it turns out these relays are 5 volts, and the only double pole that I have is 12 volts. So I just made my own, and I took away the normally closed and used it as a second normally open for this one. They both share the same COM because they're both going to go to that black ground wire, so I don't see any problem with that. Basically all 3 connect at once is really all we need to do. It seems anyways. We'll find out in a minute, but we'll just take the wire and hook it up. Okay, got it mocked in place here. Alarm's set, door's technically shut. Let's try it. Unlocked, and alarm did not go off that time. Sweet. There it all is buttoned up. I'll put all the door panel back on and make sure everything still works after that, but I'm sure it will. Only unlocks the driver's door, which is fine, because from here re-enables the unlock button, and I can do the rest. And then when I come done, just hit lock and close it up. I guess it's a pretty good project. A lot more difficult than I anticipated. Thought I'd just short a couple wires and unlock the door, which essentially is all we did, but had to use my brain. Yeah. Couple points to recommend to anybody looking to do this themselves is don't tell the wife you'll be 20 minutes, tell her you'll be 2 days. And then trace all the wires that run to this lock, and then find which one's ground and find which one you short to ground makes it lock, and then it's the other 2 that you need to short with 2 separate relays. Now knowing that, it's pretty straightforward. Imagine most cars are the same. Thanks for watching.